New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. So you have a clip of a black man interacting with officers after a white man called the police on him in Marina. According to Times, Facebook states that this was an error on behalf of an artificial intelligence feature on the site. Quote, Darcy Groves, a former content designer manager at Facebook, states that a friend had recently sent her a screenshot of the prompt. She then posted it to a product feedback forum for current and former Facebook employees. In the response, a product manager on Facebook's watch stated that the company's video service called it unacceptable and stated that the company was looking into the root of the cause. Ms. Grove stated that the prompt was horrifying and egregious. Danny Lever, a Facebook spokeswoman, stated, quote, as we have said, while we have made improvements to our AI, we know it's not perfect and we have more progress to make. We apologize to anyone who may have seen this offensive recommendation. New York Times has reported that Facebook has apologized after users who watched the video that was posted on the site by the Daily Mail in 2020 saw an automated prompt asking if they want to, quote, keep seeing videos about primates. Other stories have pointed out the issues with black people as well on social media, such as a Minority Report about facial recognition software that has led to innocent black people being arrested or discriminated against due to computer errors. Then there's also racial bias found in voice recognition programs and Twitter cropping black faces out of photos at a higher rate than it does white faces. But back to Mrs. Groves. Mrs. Groves, who left Facebook over the summer after 4 years, said in an interview that a series of missteps at the company suggest that dealing with racial problems wasn't a priority for leadership. She also stated that Facebook can't keep making these same mistakes and then tried to edit it out by saying, I'm sorry. Let's just be honest with ourselves for a very quick minute, right? Things are imperfect because they are human created. So any programming errors that are directly there is because of the master behind the keyboard, which is human. And 9 times out of 10, when it deals with a lot of these websites, it just so happens to be people who don't look like black people, who are behind the keyboards doing the programming, doing the algorithms, and all these other things. So, it's very easy to say like, hey, I'm sorry, this shouldn't have happened, but this consistently happens throughout technology and it's done purposefully, right? Because like I said before, the people who are creating it, they're creating it for themselves. They're creating it for people who look exactly like them, and then everybody else is pretty much in second and 10th place and so on and so on and so on. So, realistically, this is not anything too shocking. Nothing at all. Somebody told me before that, having a conversation, that us going through this pandemic might also help with the facial recognition technology. Since, pretty much everybody who is black is wearing a mask, it makes it a little bit easier for it to at least recognize certain parts and or features that are uncovered. Therefore, after everything is said and done and everybody's able to go back to normal, then I guess they'll add a second layer onto that to basically try to match up and mix and match the faces. But the thing about that, like which was mentioned in the article on the lower end, is that a lot of this facial recognition technology is pretty much imperfect when it comes to trying to recognize black faces and features, because just like the people who created it, the computer feels that all black people pretty much looks the same. So if they can find somebody who pretty much looks similar, might not be the exact person, but it looks similar, there's your bad guy, right? So, like I said before, this is the system that we live in, and things can only get worse before it gets better. But when it deals specifically with the social media platforms, this is why, as Black people, we need to basically go to and also support, along with creating our own spaces. So therefore, we will start to see less and less and less and less and less of this. And also, when we start to create and go to and support and go to our own platforms, all of that money that was normally on those other platforms, it'll start to roll over towards the platforms that we are currently on. On top of that taking place, then you'll start to have everybody else noticing, hey, Black people are disappearing. They're behind this closed off wall where they're just, talking about anything. I wonder what devious things they're talking about. I have to know, I have to know, I have to know. So then you'll have a lot of them start to create profiles using Black images, or they'll get some of their friends who just so happen to be Black, right, to create a profile for them, and they will decide to peer into our groups. They will peer into our websites and our conversations so that they can see what it is specifically that we are talking about. Like I said before, that in lies the problem. You have a lot of people out here that suffer through a lot of envy and fear because they feel that the moment in time that Black people are closed off and left to their own devices, that we can only be up to no good, that we are literally trying to specifically go after and trying to take out, so many people as possible. And really, that's not the case. We just want our own space. We want to be left alone. We want to be left to our own devices, talk amongst our own people, celebrate, dance, party, do music, all of that stuff without having prying eyes, right? But like I said, that's not the world that we live in at all. So anyways, like I said before, y'all know what to do. If y'all really want a lot of these things to stop taking place, y'all know what to do. The moment in time that a Black platform shows up, it's time for you to sit up there and put your money where your mouth is, or at least your name where your mouth is, and subscribe and basically leave those other platforms and let that be that, and be off on a brand new wave. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.